The Lincoln Cent is the longest tenured coin series in the history of the United States Mint. But that first year of issue back in 1909 was one of the biggest blunders in the history of the United States Mint. We have a handful of those first year of issue only designs from 1909 in NGC certified MS64 red-brown condition. These are the rare VDB cents from 1909. This stunning MS64 grade coin is 905-5524. That's item number 905-5524. And while our limited supplies last, we are just $99.95 for this rare coin in NGC certified MS64 red-brown condition. At just $99.95, we are more than $95 less than our nearest competition for this rare one-year-only design of U.S. Mint history. You can call in at 1-866-518-5933, or you can head to our website, abccoins.com. Head up to the search bar and put in 905-5524. It's 905-5524. And grab a piece of living, breathing U.S. Mint history for more than $95 less than our nearest competition. Now you see, in 1909, the Lincoln Cent came out with its first ever coin. The only problem was the designer, Victor David Brenner, had put his initials on the coin. The only problem was the public at the time absolutely hated this. They felt that this man had such hubris that he would dare put his initials on a coin featuring the visage of one of our most iconic presidents in the history of the United States, Honest Abe himself. Due to this massive backlash, the U.S. Mint immediately stopped production. The only problem was they had already struck just a little under 28 million of these coins at the Philadelphia Mint. These VDB cents were a one-year-only design and are considered one of the biggest mistakes in U.S. Mint history this side of the godless dollar. Now, in 1909, I told you they struck 28 million Philadelphia Lincoln cents with the VDB initials. But when you look at the population reports, today very few have survived in this condition or better. NGC has certified just 10,359 coins that exist in MS64 red, brown, or better condition. When you break that down, it is just 1 in every 2,703 coins struck. Just 1 in every 2,700 coins is known to exist in this grade or better. That is incredible, which makes sense when you consider our competition wants over $195 for a coin in beautiful MS64 condition. We are more than $95 less at just $99.95 while our limited supplies last. We only have a small handful of these coins left in stock, and the phone lines are getting absolutely backed up. People need to get their hands on this coin. Now, the Lincoln Cent is the longest tenured series in the history of the United States Mint, with the introduction of the wheat cent in 1909, the transition in 1958 to the iconic memorial cents we all grew up with, then the 2009 centennial one-year-only designs for the anniversary, and then our iconic shield cents that we are still striking to today. But what many don't know is that the 1 cent denomination is actually the longest tenured denomination in the history of the United States Mint. In fact, 1 cent pieces were the first ever coins struck when the Mint first opened its doors way back in 1793. That first branch of the U.S. Mint would strike that year 11,178 cents, with the other coins and denominations being striked 1 year later in 1794. So not only is this coin a living, breathing piece of U.S. Mint history, it is also a continuation of the longest tenured denomination in the history of the United States Mint. Now, with 10,359 total coins struck, 10,359 total coins in population in MS64 or better condition with PCGS, that means that less than, wow, just 0.0001% of the entire mintage are known to exist today in MS64 red, brown, or better condition with NGC. That's 0.03% of the entire mintage. That is an astronomically rare coin. These coins are so sought after that an ungraded piece in circular condition with the VDB initials will cost you upwards of $70 per coin. And the vast majority of those coins have been heavily circulated, worn down, or tarnished. The vast majority of 1909 Lincolns with the VDB initials have been certified at this point, because when you get your hands on a coin that is this rare, you want to have it in stunning MS64 or better condition. Our competition is at $195 for the same coin in MS64 condition. We are more than $95 less at just $99.95. Now, a fun fact about the VDB fiasco was what many people missed out on was the Mint actually reintroduced his initials a few years later in 1918. Many didn't notice it for several years, but they had snuck the VDB initials onto the shoulder of Lincoln on the obverse that year. So while the VDB cent was one of the more tumultuous rollouts in US Mint history, it did create one of the most iconic quote-unquote error coins in the history of the United States Mint. Because while it wasn't a mistake in regards to their choice to design the coin this way, them including the initials certainly was one of their biggest blunders this side of the godless dollar. We are more than $95 less than our nearest competition for the same stunning MS64 red-brown coins that feature the iconic VDB design that was released for only 1 year in 1909 in the Lincoln Cent series. Make sure you call in and grab your coins while you still can. It's a rare living, breathing piece of US Mint history, and we only have a few left. Call in now and grab yours while you still can, because before long, this rare 1 year only design is sure to be lost to history.